The mass shooting on 6th Street in downtown Austin has turned deadly. Police say 25-year-old Douglas John Cantor died from his injuries earlier today. Now, he was one of the 14 people shot early yesterday morning. And KXAN's Jayla Washington, you've been on the phone with his family pretty much all evening. What did they have to say?
Well, Jennifer, what makes this so heartbreaking is, like you said, he was visiting, not even from here. He was a completely innocent bystander who lost his life. We want you guys to know, again, his name is Douglas Cantor. I did speak to his brother, who tells me that he was just an amazing guy. The family, they sent us these photos. Police say he passed away at a local hospital just after noon today. A number of Douglas's family members are in Austin right now, just completely exhausted, both physically and emotionally. They're not able to talk about really what happened right now, so they wanted to make sure that they could put out a statement to let everyone know exactly who Douglas is. Doug J. Cantor, they wrote, originally from Airmont, New York, had recently been living in Michigan after completing 4 years in Michigan State in computer engineering. Soon after getting his bachelor's degree, he was employed with the Ford Motor Company. While continuing his education at the University of Michigan, he bought his first house and received his master's degree in business. He motivated everyone he came in contact with, was a team player, and advanced quickly in the IT department at Ford, working as a product manager. He also developed a website for his brother and father's air conditioning and heating business. He was looking forward to marrying his high school sweetheart of 10 years and starting a family. He was loved by all who knew him and had an infectious smile that would light up any room. He was loved by his family, friends, and everyone who met him. This senseless tragedy has put an end to all his dreams. Just really hard to read that, Jennifer. You can really just feel the family's pain.
Definitely. And I know his brother had a very lengthy Facebook post, but in that post, he really praised police for almost really trying to help save his brother's life.
Exactly. And that's another incredible piece to this. He says that the officers who were helping him actually put him in their own police squad cars, driving him to the hospital, nearly saving his life. And they say that, you know, they really did the best they could with the resources they had.
All right, Jayla, thanks so much. I know you'll be following up with his family in the coming days. Well, we also just spoke to another victim's family who says she was critically injured in that shooting as well. According to the family and a GoFundMe page set up by the victim's mother, says that Jessica Ramirez was out on 6th Street celebrating her 34th birthday when she was shot. Her family says the single mother of 5 is now fighting for her life and had to have back surgery because of the location of one of those gunshots. And we have reached out to Austin Police, the Austin Police Department. We're still waiting to hear the conditions of the other victims. Police have arrested a juvenile in this case, but they are still searching for a second suspect.